to me, and listen to me clearly. That man is no pastor. The man is no pastor. I'm going to need to get it out of and talk about it and use the word pastor. He's not a pastor. The man is a fake Obia man. The man is a scammer and the man is a murderer. That's what the man is. You hear what I said? He is a fake pastor man. He's a fake Obia man and he's a scammer and he's a pedophile. You hear the 4 words that go with it? Fake Obia man, fake pastor, scammer, and pedophile. Right? He like little boys and little girls. That's what he like. The name of the song is called You and I. Big up yourself, Mr. Morgan. Big up yourself. See you to move up. Big up yourself, Mr. Morgan. Big up yourself, man. The man, listen what I say, people. The man is not a pastor. He's a he's a fake Obia man. He's a fake pastor. He's a scammer and he's a murderer. Those 4 things is what that man is. Now check this out now. Check this out with the man. Remember I said the man used to hustle in Canada and he used to sell drugs in Canada. Remember, feed up little boys in Canada and get involved with little boy and then deport him. Then run him from Canada, deport him back to Jamaica. When he went back to Jamaica and so forth, right? Many people know him. He wanted to make some money. So what he did now, because in Jamaica, Obia is not legal. Back when what's in them came out and they want to legalize Obia, right? He was one of the persons that was talking about to legalize Obia in Jamaica, right? Now listen what happened now. None of those, listen. First of all, the police should be investigating every members that go to that church. Every single members that go to that church should be under investigation and should be arrested. Every members that go to that church should be arrested and should be under investigation. Every single one of them. Maybe 1 and 2 of them in that church is innocent, but majority of those people in that church is not innocent under any circumstance. They're not innocent. They know exactly what was going on. They know what they signed up for. I'll call you back. They know what they signed up for. They know what was going on there. Now, why they should be investigated? May I go back to remember why everybody in the church should be investigated? Let me tell you this. Take it from me and learn it from me. Obia in Jamaica is a big business for some people. Real and scamming. It's a big money making in Jamaica, right? The new thing that this man have bringing that other people are doing, right, is that because Obia in Jamaica is illegal, them find another way around the system in the diplomatical way like what they did. Now learn this now. In Jamaica we got Pentecostal, we got Church of God, we got Anglican Church, we got Baptist Church and all of that. All of these new churches that create in Jamaica with all these different names, the government need to do something about it. All these new churches that's in Jamaica that the government allow to operate in Jamaica, all of them should be closed down. Every single one of them. What we used to growing up is our Pentecostal or whatever it is and blah blah blah. But look how many new different churches in Jamaica have created all these different names. A lot of them, they're working fake Obia. Them involved in iniquity, they're involved in many things. The next thing the government need to do, right? As a matter of fact, not the government, the commissioner of police, right? The head of security in Jamaica need to get a bulldozer and go to that man's property, right? And dig up that property, corner by corner of that property. I guarantee you, and I put my money on it, say, there's dead body on that man's property. There's body on that man's property right now. People that man have murdered and church members who also sacrifice their family. This is not the first sacrifice that happened in that church. It has been going on for years and years because guess what happened? You have to pay money in order to go to that church. So this is what they does now. So him come to me then now and say, for example, say, okay, you are going. Is I can make your life better. I can make you get visa. I can make you get money. I can make your family better. I can make your life just be so great. Right? So in order to be in that fake Obia church, you have to contribute. And it not only with contribution with money, it's contribution with your time. It's also come with sacrifice, and it's also come with money. Without you have any money, or without you willing to do certain things, you cannot be a part of them sanitary, or be a part of them building. Right? This is how it works. So listen to this now. A lot of those members that go to that church, because you see people in Jamaica, a lot of them don't believe in the Almighty. And there's man out there like Mr. Ruben who actually practice it, and practice it in the real way, when not in the scamming way. Right? So the fact of the matter is that a lot of people don't want to wait. A lot of these females go there and they sleep with the man, then bring them picnic, go there, then give them grandmother, then give them this, then bring cow, then bring this, all kind of things that have happened on that property. That place is an evil place. Even the same property that man have that building on, it is also a big problem. And if the government turn a blind eye on it and so forth, that to show you that they're not only lacking in the system, but there's a big problem within our society. Now, listen to this now. For a man, I'm going to listen, for a man to get up and tell John Brown, say, he must cut the throat of somebody, ask yourself the question, is it the first? Why would he do that? What is the purpose of that? In order for a member to do that, that means that that man have such a strong influence on every members in that building, that whatever he tells them to do, he do, and whoever don't want to obey by it. First of all, if this never take place, it would have been still going on till today's date, and nobody would have known about it. And guess what? None of those members and so would not talk about what happened in that, because every single member that in that church involved in something and know that something happened. Little girls and little boys that have been missing for over years and so forth, the police need to do a thorough investigation, because based on what I'm hearing from somebody that a part of the church, I used to go a part of the church, and so that is not the first murder that have been committed. There's more things that they have seen, but they're not sure about it. But it's more than that happened. And that man's house, where that man live, that property need to be dig up. They need to bring a bulldozer and dig up that property. They're going to find human remain on that property. They will find human remain under that property. They will find human remain under trees and different stuff. That man have committed so much murder over the years and get away with it. So much murder and get away with it. And me talking to people and looking into this, I don't understand why that property is not what it is today date. Think about it now. Let me give you a scenario. One time a man called me, and he said to me, say, he want to get in touch with the other man. And me I talk to him on the phone and I tell me problem. He said everything in touch, just not working. So, I said, what you mean? He said, boy, he get a job, he lose it and this right now in the face and things like that. So when he said to me, you know, so if I got to the money, I will spend about 100,000. The man said, he might already have, I think, I think he said I have 60,000 or 70,000 I save. He might just get the rest and go check the man and just put on 100,000. Think about it. If you can take $100,000 and go and put it down and give it to our man, 100,000. And the other man tell us a year what happened. When you give me the $100,000, this is what's going to happen in your life. Your life is going to be better. You can fly, you can this, you can that. It's not only the 100,000, but you also have to give something. If you can give 100,000 to a other man to do something, that means that at the end of the day, you believe in the other man, because that is the whole thing, is believing and getting the job done. That means you will do other things. And as you see, I'm going to try to say, I try to say, I can get in touch with Mr. Rubin and ask him some question if he wish to answer some question. May I call him first. But I want to touch some topic and hold on, let me see if I can get him first on the phone. I try to call him and say something. Because I want to show you say what I talk about add up to what I'm saying. Right? I go try to call him and say, hello? Hello? Morning, sorry for bother you up on Sunday, but I don't really want to get involved in that, so, but I'm actually talking about the fake Oberman, we say my pastor, whatever it is, and the sacrifice and things like that. And maybe there's some things that I want to ask you where you as a real spiritual leader probably can highlight some things to them as that man have explained to people what you think that man is, because me know that man is fake and he's selling fake hobby and using a building because of the legalize of it in Jamaica and so forth. So would you wish to touch any topic or talk about what you know as a spiritual leader and so forth with that man? No, you're not on speaker yet, you know. I have to ask you first before I put you up on speaker. So people can understand. And the sacrifice, because it's very important people to, huh? Alright. Alright, so people may have put Mr. Ruben on the phone. Alright, Mr. Ruben, you there? Alright, so based on what with that man, may I go ask you, do you think that man is a pastor or is a fake Obia man? Right. Alright. The next question. Do you believe that that man is not the first sacrifice he have make? I'm not hearing you clearly. I'm not hearing you clearly. Is Me not hear you clearly because the dog in my back. No, the dog in my back, I can't hear you clearly. And people say them cannot hear you. Okay, alright, I'll call back in 5 minutes. Alright. Instead of call back in 5 minutes. No, people, listen to what I'm saying to you. As he said, is not the first. That man have commit murder. Is not the first. That man have commit a lot of murder. That man have raped a lot of little girls and raped a lot of little boys. That man have slept with a lot of those women that are inside of that building. You listen what somebody said, is that he said the ark is coming. And he let them camp out in the church and feed them pan dumpling and mackerel gravy only. Let me tell you to come back. Dumpling and mackerel gravy only. Right? Let me tell you to call me. Just come back as soon as you're available, yeah? Right? Wait for him come back. Right? That man have commit a lot of murder. And people in that church also, they bring either them grandmother, them pitney, them friend pitney. There's all kind of things them bring to that man to sacrifice. Right? Because the member say, him feed them pan dumpling and mackerel gravy, not even the mackerel, Dumpling and mackerel gravy, him feed them pan and have them in the church. Inside of the church, And if you look into it and so forth, all those members are in the church. Everybody dressed up in a white and all of that. Right? And now everybody come out and so forth and say them never know. Say him was like that. The only reason why they come out and talk now is because them get caught on what have happened there. But what about the members them that have sacrificed their family, that are there, that act like them don't know what happened and like they never know say it was other church, I mean now. It's a lot of these facilities there all over Jamaica and the government allow them. And if the force do not take serious action, it's going to be a problem, because guess what happened? You are going to find more dead body on that man's property. You will find dead body on that man's property. And if they investigate every member in that building, they will find out that something fishy have happened within somebody's family that them couldn't put opposite to it. So anybody that have any family member that go to that place and you have somebody that passed away, you need to look into it deep and you need to report it, because that to show that, okay, something are funny. How comes John Brown just dead so? Right? How comes that person does this and whatever it is and all that, and that person never sick? But wait, but John Brown go to that church. Well, wait, Miss Madge go to that church and so forth. No, it kind of add up and so forth. How much of those members in that church have contributed to murder and sacrifice? People in Jamaica are sacrificing their family over and over. I am not going to sit here and hold certain conversation, because it's none of my business to hold certain conversation. But people call me over and over and say, boy, doctor, we can't open up with the other man. And would you believe it or not, a lot of ladies call me and say that they want to tie the man, they want to this to the man and rate it, and this a go on a job, and they want to stop their boss one day, stop their supervisor and things like that. And they will go to the extreme level to do whatever they got to do to somebody. The way my phone rings sometimes, I don't even answer them anymore. People are calling, asking, say they want a hobby man number because this and that and whatever it is. People will spend the last dollar they have just to mess up somebody. They will spend the last. See my come back. Yes, sir. You can talk now? Okay. So the question is, I asked before, and maybe it's a weird. I was saying to the people that I do believe that that the security force, they should bring a bulldozer and dig up that man's property, because I'm pretty sure if they dig up his property, they're gonna find human remain on his property, because it's not the first time he have sacrificed somebody. And also the members in the church also should be investigated, because I'm pretty sure they involved into things where they are sacrificed somebody, because it's not the first person would be sacrificed in front of all of them, and he's using the building as a church, but it's not really a church. It's of doing scamming, pedophile and all kind of things. One of the members said that he feed them on dumpling and mackerel and so forth. So what I was asking is that, do you believe that man do a lot of sacrifice, or a lot of members know what was going on?
Well, my opinion, my experience depending on whether listen on what them think. I'm not going to elaborate about the parts, about the members being fully aware of what is meant. Maybe a few of the other followers that they put in position might be aware, because it's not tells everybody that you're going to do certain things and expect you to go through.
Right.
And that's when you say about the remains and so. I also have belief that this is an ongoing thing. As I see in a post recently, so that 2019, the religious group in Mobay was under investigation. So after that, more this to the same people. But what I don't like, after obviously I don't find a later man spiritual belief.
Right.
Everybody, every country, every culture have them own God with them worship. All looking at the farmer Jesus, and at the farmer Emmanuel, that is that.
Right.
Who do them Satanism, it up to them. But what I don't agree with, cannot agree with, is the waste of life is human sacrifice. I know a lot of history in a book from a read and even in my greater parents, then the past with their grandparents, them of people who are members of the secret society. And doing from order they would think come under, don't fall in the category one of the line. Because children is a monarch. Monarch is the name and the fallen angel for child sacrifice.
Hold on. Let's stop. So you're saying that children is the monarch for human sacrifice?
No. Listen. Monarch, M-O-N-O-C-H, is the name for the fallen angel who is responsible for child sacrifice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right. And the house, the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit, them where come along with him, just as much. Mephisto, Phoenix is also one that.
Okay, I don't mean to stop it, but that is a very important. Hold on. I don't mean to stop right there, because I know you can't stay on. Can you repeat the name of the spirit for the children and for... Can you repeat that name again?
Moloch, M-O-L-O-C.
Moloch.
That is the name of the fallen angel, yes.
So Moloch is the name of the fallen angels for sacrifice for kids.
Right, so him working with that one as well as the one where responsible for Sodom and Gomorrah with Matemanism and lesbianism, all of them farmers up there, you know. And they also the demon and love still in 5 as well. So the most I think those things like night preachers, those things are very powerful. And the men walking naked in the church, it's a means of control to the mentality and females in there as well. It's a mind psychological approach to distract them from thinking otherwise. Because you know if woman is 100 naked man out there, and when they know one another man, they go to the only man they will look. Just the same as if a man is a weapon naked woman, so my mother will go look. It's a sexual demonic means of control. When there is nothing that is in that church, a lot of people will hold themselves in the whatever. There's a calling from higher powers I get. Enough people might oppose that and think that where them opinions count more than reality, but even the same creator says speaks to the church. Moses, a warrior, all God's people were great were warriors. And a lot of people fight against them. You will see them Jesus, people fight against him. And say, Master, I'm a servant. And they are going to get God of scrutiny. There are what people think what people think about me. A lot of people do this work, but I know reality. I see no reality. That man is nothing pure. In fool the people, so in lead them in a holy pattern to make them feel them religious. Even the politician and whoever, people say the politician must know. I don't think everybody know what his intention. Along with the demon that speaks to him, them curve him and them groom him the way out, them want him and then them bring him to shame. You understand? It's not that it's illegal to expose, because that lady will lose her life, whether she live or not. It is unclear. It's very unclear. Things like this, a lot of people might be Muslims and who knows, maybe they're under the fantasy of the church, it's very fantasy, because sometimes, you know, you read in that doctrine of time, you see, when you build up on the souls of the dead, yes, you can generate a high Satan for, because you give the devil strength. But therefore, just so, you can have a realistic sense in our influence along with him to convince people. Yeah, the spirit, they never will put a whisper talk to the people and begin to trick them, to make them feel them out of the right things for him to work along with them right through the process. But I know it's this way. I know like it will make people think that Jamaica sounds like a second unity or whatever you want to put it. A lot of people talking about it, some like us, some of them crying and being praised to them and discuss it 3-4 of them on the phone one time. And everybody is all about Jamaica. And it's on this case that people come to me say a lot of help. People go to other people for help. You come to people, you help people, you cannot kill off the people, and I'm misleading the boy and tell them God make it mad. What kind of that them something that's all about the man?
So So you said something that is very important, and that's one of the things I'm saying to people. As you said a while ago, I'm thinking the same thing, that the building where the church is, building on top of human remain, on top of spirit, on top of people. That's definitely look like it. And then the part that's really touchy is that I do believe in the Moloch of that man, of people in that church, possible, as people in the church and him have also sacrificed their kids, sacrificed other people's kids. Because as I said, the name of his Moloch is the fallen angel spirit. Moloch is the fallen angel. And to be honest with you, if I'm not lying, I think I heard him talk about in a video. He was doing a reading and he was talking about Moloch and different things. So that's I'm glad I call you, because I do believe that they should dig up that property, both the home and both. Right.
And you are collect so much money from the people. Why is not spend back the money? I used to pick fees, that's all.
Right.
Every year, I buy chicken, I buy goat, I buy everything, and I see the community with the people cook food for them. Some of them go for school fees, so I'm them the help for some of the parents, to pay the school fees, which is $74 for me. So, we have done that, I have become farmer spiritualist, and the last people want to tell it, we don't see them. There's the agencies the last people down there, so they must sacrifice the people them try. They must starve them, they must it's just too much control that I use one place. And I believe in good to good, evil to evil, just to just fascist and just to just the Moses law. That's the foundation of our business. When you come to take the life, you have to protect yourself.
Right.
The others in life, others who want to you. Nobody don't know the members of them, you're not doing many things. So when mother and father people, you can't tell that woman to sit up house. You know, it's hard to sit up house.
Exactly.
I really know for the woman that wants to live off. So in turn, why never tell the man to get live off of?
Yeah.
This is total nonsense. I live here for culture. So when people look up to this man and this, they respect him, enjoy, things like no, a lot of people have a lot of love for church.
Right.
Some people don't want to church because they want to believe that it's still things.
Yeah. Well, one thing. Right. Well, I know you can. Well, so I want to thank you for your time, and then, what's your number if anybody want to get in touch with you? What's your number? 8. Hold on. 86. Oh, say that. Can you say it slow? 861. 861 5619. 861 5619. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for your time. All right, no problem. All right, thank you. So people, only hear it from a man that does spiritual work. And I hope all of you, is there's anybody out there that's watching me right now that have members that go to that church that you wish to call in, feel free to call in. Any family member, anybody out there that's watching that have a family member that you want to call in, you was a part of that church and so forth, if you keep your mouth closed, it's not going to help the problem. That's my number. You can WhatsApp me You don't have to call your name if you don't want to, but you hear what him said? Moloch. Moloch is the name of the fallen angel spirit that sacrifice kids. And if I could remember, I was watching a post with him and he was talking about something about Moloch, right? See, if he didn't mention that, I would have mentioned the name. And this matter need to be dealt with in a serious matter. The government really need, right? The government really need to pay close attention to this one. As he said, there's a lot of kids that's missing from that side of Jamaica. A lot of kids who are missing from that side of Jamaica. A lot, right? And the government, if they do not do investigation, and it also take with the enforcement of you guys that's watching to do your part, to make sure that you guys send in as much letter to make sure that they do investigation. Because as Mr. Ruben said a while ago, said, the building where the church is, let's just use the word church, that building need to be removed, that building need to be demolition under the right investigation, because I'm pretty sure you're going to find human remain under that building. It's a sacrifice place, right? A lot of kids, we do believe that a lot of kids have been sacrificed, a lot of grown people have been sacrificed, a lot of people that goes to that church have sacrificed family member, have sacrificed friends, have sacrificed all kind of things on that property, right? So anybody out there that's watching, if you feel that you want to call, if you was a part of it, if you know of something that happened, please don't call and tell me no story. Here's the number at the bottom of the page. You can call me on WhatsApp and you can share your story of what you see have happened, because every information is needed to help them with the investigation. And everybody that's missing a son or a daughter or an auntie or whatever it is, you need to look into this thing and find out information to see if your family member was a part of this. Because when they're going to sacrifice things, they do things that people don't think that you're going to do, right? And the house, you guys should fight that the house that he built, that property should go under heavy demolition of searching for any human remain on that property. If the government refuse to do that, then that means that they agree with it and there's a problem. This is where you call there's no limit when it comes to this, because he's not going to tell you. The members is not going to tell you what have happened there. I'm pretty sure a lot of them right now are trying to figure out how they're going to get out of a situation like this. My cousin are a part of this and her son got killed. Okay, Miller, can you call me? Miller, can you call me on the WhatsApp, please? Can you call me on the WhatsApp and share your story? Can you please? Morgan, good morning. Can you please call me and tell me what happened, right, about your cousin? Because it's not the first. You're in church. I know you're in church. Can you take a little bit of break for a minute? Can you take a little break for a minute and so forth and share it? Because sharing the story can help, right? It can really help, right? This man is not a pastor. This man is a murderer. This man has slept with a lot of little girls and a lot of little boys and a lot of members in the church. Because I get to understand that a lot of members in the church was also naked. In the church. Under this man present. I get to understand, please, if you could just take a break from the church, you're helping, and call me and we can talk, please. Right? A lot of members was locked up in that church for days and days in the church, did not go home, abandoned their family. Such as the young lady that was killed. She took her mother and I think her mother and her son off of her life insurance and put this man on her life insurance. Look into it. How much member in the church? If this man is so influential that he can let a church member take her family off her life insurance and put him on it. How much other members in the church? And what have that girl have done to her family? Right? What is that girl have done to her family? What others members in that church have done to your family. How much family member in that church have sacrificed family members, animals and whatever it is. How much things have done. How much little girls in that church got pregnant by this man. How much little boys in this church end up getting molested by this man. How much? And if this never happened, the whole world will be going on. Nobody knows what's happened. This is not the first place. It's not the first it happened in Jamaica, and it is going on right now as we're speaking. How did these small, how did they get license or whatever it is to operate building like these? How did this happen? How all of this happen? This solving crime and solving the problem. No. In that era, it will help. Hello? Morning. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Can you repeat again?
Right now.
Right.
My two cousins,
right.
They go to the church in Montego Bay. They have been going there for years.
Right.
You know, so I always hear my cousin calling him like, Your Highness, Your Greatness, Your Excellency. I'm like, why would you be calling you like your pastor, Your Highness? It's like this person, she has so much respect for him.
Right.
It's like he was their God, you know?
Right.
I'm like, how can you, respect him? They would do anything for him. Anything he tells them, they believe it. Like she came to America and he was like, you are blessed and you will be achieving this and achieving that. But she has never told me whether or not they have to pay money for it. Right?
Oh.
But they were into him so deep that like, if anything should happen to him, they would even give up their own self for this person. Yeah. So when I heard about this story, my other cousin in Florida, she called me and told me that my cousin's son died in the church. I'm like, what? What happened? She said that he got murdered in the church. The pastor was doing a lot of sacrifice, and the son got killed in the church. Now, this cousin of mine who has the son, she leave him with the pastor man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And came to America to work on a ship or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now she left the son with the man under his care, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's in America. She's not even there in Jamaica. She's on the ship working, and her son is dead. Now the pastor wasn't the one who killed the son, but when the police went to the church and heard about the incident and went to the church, the son drew a gun and shot at the police. So he had them trained in a way that they were there to defend him, right? So when the police came in to arrest the pastor, he was one of them who was shooting at the police. So obviously the police shot him. So he got killed in the church that night. So, I'm kind of close to this, and I kind of know that, yes, this thing exists.
Mm-hmm.
And, my two family members are a part of it, and their children. And she left her son with him. Right, and I don't know how can you leave your son. You can imagine what this man did to that poor boy.
How old was the son?
Well, he is now 18 years old.
He's now
18. But she left him there with him, and he was the one who, grew him up and groom him and everything, and now that is what happened. So I don't know. I don't know how the government in Jamaica can allow. I heard that they're going to let him out. How can they allow something like this to happen?
So you think any of those things... You think any other things that have happened, maybe with your cousin going to the church, or with your son going to the church, have anything else have happened that sound away to you and look very fishy to you to the date as this comes out?
This man pick up a lot of marriages. Like she left her husband. This pastor man actually encouraged her to leave and come up here. Leave her husband and stuff like that. So. I mean, things like those, when you should be building families and trying to keep them together, you break them apart.
So did he encourage her to come here that he could get more money, or what the situation?
I think so. If they work, they're gonna send all that money to him.
Okay.
Because when they work, they will send all that money to him. So That's how much I know.
Wow.
But I really think that they should do something to it. They can't just allow him to go free like that. That's crazy.
You think what I was saying as far as the property where the church is at his home, you think that the government they should demolish on that property of searching for?
I think they should demolish it. Yes, I do. I think they should break it down and try to. I think they have bodies there because all these young people who have been missing, and now you find out what's happening. It's something that should be in question. I think they should go and really, dig deep. They should dig deep into it and find out, if there are any bodies on the property.
Right.
Because my sister sent me a video this morning where he was giving out like a prophecy and saying a dark day is coming for Jamaica and there's gonna be doom and all sort of stuff. So he prophesied on himself. He knew what he was gonna do, right? He prophesied against Canada, he prophesied against America, and then he prophesied against Jamaica, saying that there's going to be doom coming and death and blood and all of that. How you know that? And then he was the one who fulfilled that prophecy.
Right.
So I think they have been doing things, for years and have it buried. So I guess I believe you that if they should go there and dig that up, they will surely find something.
Yeah, I wanna thank you so much for your time, and if you ever get any more information, then feel free to call me and talk to me about it.
Okay.
All of us, I remember, every one of us have a role to play. We have to stay on it, and we have to push it and make our voice heard that something can be done.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So people, you hear for yourself. All of we have a role to play. And I call out to Andrew Wellness. This is not blaming Andrew. Andrew, I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm calling out to the Minister of Security. I'm calling out to the police force to please do more. There is more evidence there. There's more body there. It's not the first that man have sacrificed people. There's a lot of kids that are missing that this man is responsible for. Right? He's responsible for it. He controls these people. He tells these people what to do. And whatever he tells them to do, they're going to do it. Every member in that church should be going to investigation, whether or not they didn't believe or they just start to go to the church. In order to go to that church, somebody have to convince it to go to that church. And when they convince it to go to that church, you get abducted to the church or you start to go to the church. And when a lot of other people, that is the reason why I look at Christianity different. A lot of you people, when you believe in a pastor, there's nothing nobody can tell you in this world about your pastor. If your pastor walking and robbing people and raping little boys and little girls, you know about it. But it's just like a lady called me. I'm not going to call her name because it's still going. A lady called me. And the pastor man have been sleeping with her daughter. From her daughter was, I think it was 12 or 11 years old or 9 years old, something like that. Or 13, somewhere like that. Lady called me about it. And the members in the church, in St. Thomas, the members in the church know that the pastor have been sleeping with the little girl from she was young. And one time the whole thing come out, because it's still going on right now in court. The members in the church will look at the mother, don't want to drive in the same car with the mother, don't want to be in the same environment with the mother, them hate the mother. Because the mother wants justice for what happened to her daughter. The people in the church said that the pastor will never do something like that. But it's not the first person the pastor have slept with. Until today date, the case is still going on and them still glorifying the pastor. That is the reason why me personally, glad that I'm grown and glad that I know things. I do not get involved in this religion thing anymore. I don't glorify no pastor. I don't look up to no pastor because a lot of them are thief and criminal. A lot of them do things that are not godly, that are ungodly. And right now while I'm here talking, a lot of people sitting here watching and say, not my pastor. You don't know what your pastor have done when the door is closed. Not my pastor. You don't know who your pastor is. Your pastor pretend in front of you. And even when you see the fact that your pastor is a pedophile, you still tell yourself, say, your pastor is not that person. When your son and your daughter come to you and tell you, say, the pastor man molest them, you condemn your pitney and tell your pitney, say, your pitney are wicked, not no go like that. Just like that church. And when I look at that man look a straight, full-blown Batman. Full-blown scammer and Batman. Straight. There's no lean about it. There's no wear on it. That man is a straight fish. Him turn out little boys and he turn out little girls. And only people allow that. Would you believe that you're going to a church for over the years and so much people go to that church and that man is so influential to member that you're going to tell me that is this the first time a murder I've ever committed in that church? You to tell me that you are a female and a man is going to tell you that you should come and stay in the church under his rules and follow his rules. You eat and drink when he tell us to eat and drink because he promised you something. And you went to that church and stay in that church and follow that man. Would you believe that that man tell you as a female, say you must take a knife and cut a little baby short and you go and do it? Would you believe that man look at somebody and say, bring your grandfather, come and sacrifice your grandfather and bring the money come because when you sacrifice your grandfather, you're going to be in a better position and you went and do it? Do you have anybody to sacrifice? Well, Miss Maggie have a son, I have a daughter. She had 9 years, she had 10 years and so forth. Bring him come to the church and make him come in the church and adapt in the church. And guess what happened? You're going to be the one that's going to do what needs to be done because that's going to help you and you do it. This is one time. This is one time that if you guys don't do anything else, you need to fight. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Wallace, may I ask you, please. You're spending a lot of time promoting the vaccine. You're promoting, you're spending so much time promoting. It is your job. You're so dedicated at going to home advising people to take the shot. You need to take a stand in this as a leader. The security minister, the commissioner of police, really need, the JDF really need to take a matter like this seriously. And if one don't do so, that means that one have something hiding and one agree to it. A lot of missing kids, a lot of missing people that's missing. Where have they been? Is this man involved in it? All those members in the church that have family member missing, you also, as the family that have somebody that go to that church that something never seems right, now is the time for you to stand up as a family and try to figure out what happened to your nephew, what happened to your niece, what happened to your mother, what happened to your sister, what happened to your brother, what happened to your best friend, what happened to your cousin. Now is the time that you should talk because you have a voice and you cannot put the puzzle together. But no, you can't put the puzzle together. And that man should not come out of jail. That man should not come out of jail. And if he come out of jail, only for cut his neck off. If he come out of jail on the kitchen, his neck forget cut off. That building should be demolition. With no lawsuit or nothing on the government. And guess what happened? If the government cannot demolition that building and only go burn the building, that building need to be burned down. Only the public need to go and burn that building down. That building need to be burned down. All him who need to burn down. The church building and him house need to be burned down if the government do not want to take a stand what they're supposed to do. And I'm pretty sure police are involved in it because police are getting money. Hello? Morning. How are you? What's going on? Right? Is that live I'm doing now? Yeah, but I'm talking on live, but you can't talk to me on the phone. I'm on the phone. Yeah, the Prime Minister was in the service, but we don't really know what about that, because guess what happened? The same man could go to a service where the Prime Minister is, and he could take picture with him. It's just like me knowing, and you see me in an airport, and you take a picture with me, and then later in the year say, me do something. It doesn't mean say me associate, you could take a picture with anybody because...
True, Dr. Love.
Right?
But Dr. Love, remember when this man him again, people think say mad. Then like L.A. Lewis
Right.
was saying a circle was going to that church with the pigeon in a white shirt. Remember? And remember in America, a woman is saying do sacrifice to Jamaica people and he must repent. All these things, all of them like Dr. Love. You're a good man, keep up doing it. You're a planka boss now. I'm a planka tyrann. You're doing good work. Keep it up.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Have a lovely
you too, my dear. So, people, I am not going to sit here and say that the Prime Minister involved with him. That wouldn't be right. The Prime Minister can take a picture with anybody. It doesn't mean that he is involved. You know, I really like him. You know, him and my cup of tea, none at all. But it's just like me. All right, then I take a picture with me. Right? And then yes, I'm go down the road and I rob somebody. And it's the same day me and Dana take a picture. Does it mean that Dana was involved in the robbery? Anybody can take a picture with Dana and you are a wrongdoer. Does it mean that Dana a wrongdoer? It doesn't mean that she a wrongdoer. So he take pictures with a lot of people. But what a lot of people are doing, you guys are missing the point. Not because he take picture with Sean Paul and the Prime Minister means that the Prime Minister involved with him. I remember when the Prime Minister, when he went to one church, yes, I don't know if that church him go to. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that the person is involved with him. Pictures can take with anybody. What the point that you guys are missing, right? The real point and the real thing is that you guys are looking at things that are not really important. Yes, police is involved. When you look at the man birthday him keep one time limousine and him have police motorcade, right? You can have police motorcade. You can pay for police motorcade. At the end of the day, does the corporal know that those police officer that was leading the motorcade, was he aware of it? Was he aware of it? Who got paid for them to be leading that motorcade? That is what they need to look at. Who was the one who booked the limousine company? Who was the one who booked the hall that he keep the party? Did any of you identify any of your family member? At the end of the day, I don't know, so we blame Andrew for everything, but we're not going to blame him for that one day until there's more things on the table. We're not blame him for that one day. You understand? There's a lot more that you guys need to look into. What happened to the little girls and the little boys and the people that are missing? That is the whole point of the matter. Hello? Yeah, morning. Morning. I'm still on the live same way. Right.
Because what I'm saying is that they should not have a say in what going on. I'm giving joke in the police station.
Right, exactly.
Condoning what he's doing. He should not be having no voice. His voice is supposed to be only to his lawyer and not nobody else.
Which is true.
He's going to talk a lot of garbage. He is wrong. You should not hold a conversation with a culprit like that. More than interrogate him to find out where all the people them and the body them is.
Right. And that's why I'm saying that is property. The church and the home need to be demolition. Yep, that is why I'm saying that they need to demolition.
You're not supposed to do nothing else with it. And dig up and see how much skulls and how much bodies. These police in Jamaica need to do some forensics.
Yep, because it's a crime scene. It's a crime scene. The property is a crime scene. And because it's a crime scene, that means that it calls for more to be done on that property because there got to be something there. Because people bury on top of people, just like people, you can't somebody bury a graveyard and them bury dead on top of dead. It's the same thing.
Yes, and look what people is missing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Look what bodies, where the people are. Find out. He's
Yeah.
supposed to have a lot of body and he's supposed to get no bail, not whatsoever.
I agree. And then guess what
He's
happens?
not supposed to bail.
If them
Find out
can't,
where he come from too.
if them,
He look like a more African to me.
no,
Like,
no,
come from
he's,
Africa.
no, he's from Glengarve for real. I know people that know he's from Glengarve. That's where he's from.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely from Glengarve. He's between Glengarve and St. Catherine. That's a fact. So he's definitely. But he was in Canada. He was a drug trafficker and he was a pedophile in Canada and he got deported back to Jamaica.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so he's
Because
definitely Jamaican.
I read about a lot of things. I love America, you know.
Yep.
I love America. Because don't tell me, say, look, he reminds me of a Jim Jones.
Right?
This is a Jim Jones situation. I remember when some of the family members them going to Jim Jones to take them family out. Only a few of them came out.
Right?
Because he brainwashed them.
Yep. I agree. Well, if
Brainwash these people.
if
You
the-
have them under some common spell or something.
and if the government
Tell
don't
me to take all the money and turn it over and give this man getting almost $1 million a week.
$1 million a week he might make out and from these
God,
people.
man, come on.
And then
Come
these
on.
people say that them poor. Thank you so much, our darling, for calling, yeah?
Yeah, God bless.
Alright, thanks. People, let me tell you something. And me are telling you this. If the security minister, if the government don't take a stand about this, people should go there and burn that building down. That building should be burned down. The church should burn down and his home should burn down. The church should be burned down, and just like how you go burn down the house at St. Thomas the other day, I see him so go there and burn the building down. Catch it afire. That place becomes a crime scene. That's what that place becomes. And we are calling out to the leaders, to law enforcement. We are calling out to the people who say them in charge. All of the people that are in charge, from Desmond McKenzie to the Commissioner of Police, to Olivia Babsy Green, to Andrew Wellness, to Juliet Wellness, to Horace Strong, however his name is. We are calling out to all the people that are in position. We are calling out Mark Golden, everybody. We are calling out to UNO to take a stand in this matter. The matter need to take a stand in. It need to be done. There's more to this than what it is. And if you guys refuse to take a stand to it, then the public, you have all the rights to go and burn that building down. UNO have the right to go there and dig up that property. Everybody have a constitution right. Everybody have a constitution right. Look into it. After murder have been committed, they put up a GoFundMe for $30,000 for lawyer fees to help these people. And a lot of these people in this church are not rich. They are poor people who borrow people money and sacrifice their last dollar to give it to a man because them say him a them God. Him is them God. Him is them God. And they take them last earned dollar. You same people that lives in America send money to your family member that end up have money in that church. You are entitled to burn that church down because your money is in that church. The evidence is there on the property. The evidence is there on the property. And someone like to secure people and like to talk about, oh, him not this and him not that and whatever it is and so. The man is a murderer. Somebody said, Simit, Dr. you are wrong to be saying it. Okay, let me rephrase that conversation, Simit. Let me rephrase that conversation. Simit, the person named Simit said, Dr. Love, you are wrong to say to burn the building down. Okay? And Simit, I'm going to respect you. I'm going to rephrase it back and come back again in a way to please you, for you to don't feel bad. So let me rephrase it back, Simit. Me say, the building for burn down. Burn it down to the ground. Dig it up to the ground. and find all the human remain that's on it. You want me to say more than that? Does that better for you? Maybe you have family member that's there, ain't it? You have family member that's there that go to that church, right? Then maybe your family member need to be under investigation too, don't it? Some of the people will not get it and will never get it. And you are one of them will never get it. If you don't have anything to say, then don't say nothing. You definitely say, I learn something, because you may get black. You spend all your money and give it to him too, and you want the building to be there that he can come back? Really? Well, guess what happened? Me now go pretty it up for you. The building for burn down. House and church burn down. Period. Right? Do them investigation. Because at the end of the day, we know how Jamaica society is and we know how the law system is. And the law system was never in favor of doing whatever it is. They're saying they're doing investigation, but sometimes they're not doing an investigation. As I said, I believe, you believe, that there's more dead body on that property, the church, and the home of where that demonic man live. On that property. I believe that a lot of little boys and girls are missing and that man responsible for them. How much more you wanted to say? That building don't need to be existent when they find what they need to find. So submit, if you're a member of the church, then therefore you're a disgrace to society, you're a disgrace to your family, you're a disgrace to mankind, period. Because of people like Uno come and agree, I'm on the live, people like Uno come and agree with situation that justice and things cannot be done because Uno want to defend Uno so-called pastor. Because I'm not the creator no more, Uno put no trust in mankind. And that's where it's at. And as I said before, I said it and I'm not going to say it again. Burn it ras down. Burn it down. Uno as the public, Uno go dig it up. Now Uno knows about Uno little 9-year-old and 2-year-old and 6-year-old and 11-year-old niece and nephew is over that building. Over the pastor church. Wherever I'm go, that is where Uno family member is. Now Uno know why Uno best friend's son and daughter missing out of the blue is over there. Irresponsible. Torture him. That is the reason why so much problem in Jamaica, because Uno have this double standard thing. Uno want to defend somebody. Uno want to defend somebody. These people are using church, the word church, to carry out their dirty works. And only people agree with them. Right? How did this man get to build a building out of Funa family, poor people, big building, and only don't even have a foul cub? Only don't even have a half pen. $1 million a week out of Funa family. And losing life out of Funa family. I want to sit here and talk about, oh, Dr. Love, that is not right. It's a bonnet ras down. Because let me tell you something. If I were there, I would be the first one to agree to burn it down, whether you like it or not. I would be the first one to agree to burn that ras down. I would be the first one to agree to burn that ras building down. That building need to burn down. And there's no way around it. Hello? Yeah, you're not on the live. Mm-hmm. Me I try not to say it, to be honest with you. But me just use it. Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, yes, yes. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I agree. No. All right. All right, darling. Thank you. All right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you something. A lot is going on. And it's a blind eye. When you drive a Jamaica, you go up on this kind and that. You see this a church, yeah? Revival, this revival, that revival, and nobody pay them attention. Because some of we afraid of these buildings. I mean, I go on a revival place. But sometimes some of us be nosy and going at them and find out what are going on. Because things are going on. And because they're so small and use certain word, nobody has pay attention to them. And every day, look into it. How many people have been missing? Now, man, a gunman take them where? Gunman take them where? Sometimes gunman have nothing to do with it. People walk and sacrifice people's life to say that they want to survive. So there's no way around it. We now look at the things that we need to look at and whatever it is. But that man, me go watch, we go sit and watch and see what the security minister, what they're really going to do, what the police, what the JDF is really going. That property need to be demolition. It is a murder. It is a murder scene. And the fact that it's a murder scene, somebody die on the property, they have all rights to do more investigation on that property to find out what's what. Dig the ground, start dig the ground. And this is when it called for a demonstration of you, the people of Montego Bay, to go out there and demonstrate. Mr. Thomas, good morning, darling. You, the people, need to go out there and demonstrate that this building should be demolition. It's a murder. It is a murder scene. Too much people going missing and police cannot solve the crime because they don't know where people can go missing. Too much little girls and little boys missing and nobody know what happened to them. From all over Jamaica, Montego Bay, how much, what's the murder rate, how many people missing, you can't find them body. Where's them body? Would you be surprised then demolition that, make them go demolition the property and then not find out, we can't say yes. But can you imagine they go and demolition that property and find a lot of human remain on that property? What would you guys say? What did you guys say? Well, we're not going to demonstrate because he helped a lot of us. He protect a lot of us. He feed a lot of us, and that is what they use over food money. It need to, and I demonstrate, I talk about it, that it need to be demolition. It need to be demolition, and they need to do the proper investigation. It need to be done. And I ask the Prime Minister, you have to take a stand. The Commissioner of Police, I'm asking Mark Gold in the whole of you, we need to take a stand. Our voice need to be heard. We need to see something done because this will help a lot of murder rate to go on. And all this group in Jamaica, all of this group need to be demolition. All of them we hear about this, them church, they need to lock down. It need to be locked down. And there's no way around it. Need to be locked down. I hope you guys can do your part and share videos. Share this video. Talk about it. Make your voice be heard. Right? All the rest a church in Jamaica, we say on a real church, I believe in a God, don't need to do for one part too. We don't need to do for one part. There's more need to be done. Them go search a property. You search a property and go through room by room, you can't find nothing. But just like when you go search a property, searching the property means that you search ground also. Break ground. Who's going to pay these people? Well, who's going to pay? The money is there. I'm pretty sure if you call the public to come and help on to dig, then the public is willing to come and help on to dig. They're willing to come and help on to dig. Volunteer service. Make all of us mind go at rest. Make all of us mind go at rest. All of us. So that be the plan. Ask all of you guys to please go out and purchase Nigel's song. If you missed the interview yesterday on stage, if you missed that interview on stage yesterday, it is a must-watch interview. It is a must-support interview. I'm asking every one of you to go and purchase the song, and please to leave a review. Please to leave a review. Leave a review on the song. The song is a great song, right? This young man is blind, but trust me, he's a very smart individual. He's very, very smart. So I'm asking you guys to please go and purchase the song. The song is available on all your platforms. And if you missed the interview yesterday on stage, go and watch the interview. And if you guys need if you need your radio job, you need a dub plate, you need for bookings, you know you can contact me. All the contact information is on the bio on his page, right? Contact us over no matter what it is and all of that, right? He's ready to do business, and he's an artist that will perform for you and do good service. So I'm asking every one of you and all that. People, I'm not taking no more calls right now. No more calls about that situation. I have pocketbooks for sale. I have pocketbooks for sale this morning. I have a lot of pocketbooks for sale. No, ladies, when you want pocketbooks, me have slippers and pocketbook. Do you guys want pocketbook? Do you guys want to see the pocketbooks? Right? I'm running a special this morning, $2.50 included.